probably getting another car up on this lift later today that will be my newest purchase. It will also bear that badge. My name is Arun Kumar and I am the driver, and you're watching Driven Diary episode 104. Driven Diary is the documentation of my life as I build a billion-dollar automotive service business called Driven Auto Care. We currently have 3 locations in the San Francisco Bay Area, and we will grow this business until we hit $1 billion valuation, at which point I believe we will have made a dent in the perception of the automotive service industry. In addition, these videos cover some of my personal life and the cars that I'm getting involved in, and there is a lot of that in this week's video. There's a few different pretty interesting cars that we get into this week, and I'm excited to show you guys. But really, Driven Diary exists to document the journey of entrepreneurship from day one, when I first bought the very first auto repair shop that I've owned, all the way through to hitting $1 billion valuation. And so you can see the behind the scenes day to day of what it looks like, all the struggles, all the wins, all the challenges, the emotions, the mental state and anguish behind the scenes that it takes to get there. And I'm kind of along for the ride with you. So I appreciate you watching. If you've stuck around, I hope you subscribe if that sounds like something you want to get into. And with all that said, let's get to the video. Tuesday afternoon in the Passat. Why are we in the Passat? And why is it already Tuesday, Arun? Let's find out. By answering that. I can't do it. Too corny, sorry. Trying to merge on 880. I'm gonna make sure the camera stays a little more pointed at me, or if it does fall, that I notice it more than 2 minutes, sooner than 2 minutes later. Anyways, yesterday was Labor Day. Hung out with the family most of the day. This weekend was very nice, but obviously I didn't film anything. We got a new desk in the Fremont shop. Finished up. Finally, we are done with the renovations in the Fremont shop. I just had 2 people almost crash into me. All right, where was I before I just almost got crashed into? Renovations are done in the Fremont shop. I also got a new lock installed on the office door to make it easier to use, and that I can lock it from the inside without a key, which is nice for when I'm there late at night and a U-Haul van shows up sketchily in the middle of the night. So that's great. What else we got going on? As far as the shop goes, that's about it. The Fremont shop had a nice tow in on Sunday. That was fun to deal with in person. And I'm delivering a message to the managers today. I've already done 2 of them. I'm about to do the 3rd one. And that message is basically, here are the minimum standards we need to hit by November, or we will be finding new managers. And this is going to be for each of them individually. There's an incremental improvement that we're looking for. We're looking for net profit, gross profit, build hours per technician per day, per shop. As of November, 1 number. As of March of next year, another number, higher number, basically to say we are going to get better whether we like it or not. And if they come to me with problems, I will help them solve those problems rigorously, but otherwise I'm not going to micromanage. And I think that's been a big problem, is Arun has come to save the day a few too many times where it's made us complacent. And frankly, if you look at our profitability over the last 6 months since we got the San Ramon shop, you would say Arun's not doing a very good job of saving the day even. Lastly, I'm done saving the day, so there's that. Yeah, it needs to happen, and that's what's happening. The E63 AMG that I bought is too much money to be tied up in a single daily driver car right now, given the financial performance of the business. So I'm going to consign it with a dealership here and hopefully make money on that deal, which would be good. And I'm looking at another car that I looked at this weekend that is a substitute. This Passat, could work as a daily, but it is missing some refinement and features that would make it fully effective. So I do feel the need to get something else, but I'm looking at something much cheaper than the E63, which is great. So You'll see that later this week. And another news, the renovations to the compound are nearly done. We are finishing up the studio element of my office. We're almost there, we're almost done. That's, and we're going to be redoing the wearedriven.com website, which I'm very excited about, to go along with the relaunching of We Are Driven. So, that's it. Done talking. Wednesday morning. And we've got 13-foot tall curtains in my office here. And I'm sitting at a rudimentary version of the set. We're shooting some ads today. And we have light control now. You'll see this ladder is still here because we're going to add one more curtain so we can have a little better light control here. And these curtains are a little hard to move right now because they are 13 feet tall. But hey, this is the massive amount of disruption in this office finally coming to an end. We found this 10-foot long metal pole at Home Depot, or Hamilton did this morning. Now he's back to his day job of being a social media videographer type individual. Yeah, not a handyman at this particular moment. That's all for now. Thursday morning in the Mercy. It is 6:50 in the morning. I'm off to Fremont just to drop some stuff off, and then headed to San Ramon for work and a photo shoot with Mohammed for We Are Driven website content. Great progress. I wanted to share something from yesterday I forgot to share. I have a wholesale dealer license, and I got a letter over the weekend from the DMV saying that it was canceled because I had renewed my bond that is required as a dealer, and the renewal had not been recognized by the DMV, and so they said, you're canceled, you're done, you don't have the proper insurance basically to operate as a dealer, so you're done, bye-bye, and mail all your dealer plates and your licensing information to us, get it out. So I called them and I was like, hey guys, I submitted my renewal for the bond, what's going on? And they said, oh yeah, this happens all the time. So on one hand, I was actually quite happy because dealing with a government institution did not involve excessive hold times and difficult people. It actually, wow, that's a little bad framing. It instead meant I got a pretty good experience. My problem was solved. I refreshed the webpage. My license was renewed to active. So that's great. In other news, I think I mentioned I looked at an M5 over last weekend. I had physical therapy yesterday. During the physical therapy session, I got a text from the seller saying, hey, I sold it. And I was like, well, we had a pre-purchase inspection scheduled for today, Thursday. I'm clearly an interested buyer, but if you want to just, cut me out and sell it to somebody else, that's your loss. Like, maybe I would have bid against the other guy. I don't know. He got his full asking price, but that wasn't the way I would do it. So, back looking for a car. I want to be able to drive as fast as I can in the Mercy, not literally. I don't want to go 200 miles an hour in my daily, but I want an automatic, Bluetooth, comfortable, strong climate control daily that's fast and that has solid performance characteristics. Yes, I do fit in this car, but that's where my legs are in it, as you've just seen. Right up my shorts. You're welcome. Anyways, I'm looking. I'm on Marketplace. I'm on Auto Tempest. I'm looking at dealers. Maybe I'll buy something. Maybe I'll be financially responsible. But August was a very bad month for Driven Auto Care. We were down $80,000 in sales from July. That's huge. So the guys need to step it up. I've held it in their court to step it up. That's all for now. All right, I haven't watched a auction countdown in a while, but this one's important because we got Ham Snide over here who wants this gorgeous S60R. But he's not the highest bid right now, so let's see how he does. I'm excited for this. I want him to win it. I'm rooting for him.
So as you guys saw in that last clip was the auction for the S60R going on. I did not win, unfortunately. I got outbid. My ceiling price on that was $9,500 and I got outbid by $100. But I have morals. I told myself that was my stop, so I stopped there. But it is not the end of the story. We're still working on it, finding other cars, and we have something in the works, so stay tuned for that. It's a cross-country trip, so I'll leave that hint with you guys, and stay tuned.
Thursday evening, late-ish, not that late. Look at what I drove today. 20 grand in retail repair bills to get my new to me 2005 BMW M3 to reliably running and driving the way I wanted, with air conditioning and all the rest of it. That was expensive. That was a lot of parts, like brakes all around, tires all around, oxygen sensors all around, catalytic converters all around. Just like everything, basically. And it still looks like that. It looks like crap. It's missing a turn signal. It's missing all the grills in the front bumper. This hood, this formerly carbon fiber hood, is still carbon fiber. It's just not clear coated at all. It's rough. But it is an E46. And as we know from that car, I just locked my phone mid-video trying to do that fancy hand trick, but yeah, that thing, I like E46s. So, hey, that one ain't so bad, really. Short week, 3-day driven auto care work week. Gave the ultimatum, the 3-month deadline on Tuesday, saying minimum standards must be here. If you don't hit it, you're out. Managers. So, 1 week in, mixed bag of results. Certainly seeing some focus, some distress. So I guess that's what I expected. So yeah, that's what's going on. I'm trying to hit some heavy trap bar deadlifts. I didn't ever use a trap bar until I now have one. What do you think of that mirror also? It's a nice mirror. It's a little high up, little like, I don't know how well you can see this, but like I am at the halfway point in this mirror. I don't know about that. But yeah, trap bar, deadlifts. Love having a home gym at the shop, all this storage for all these cars. And it gotta be monetized. I learned today I will no longer have one of my consulting clients in 2 months. So I got the second to last payment deposited today. It's a huge amount of money for a small amount of work. That project will be ending next month. So time to find more revenue, and it's coming from right there. So stay driven, as they say, and watch this space. Talk to you later. Friday morning, and I won't be able to do this for much longer. So decided to take the opportunity, and this is fun because this is actually the second time I've ever put a car on a lift, if you could believe it, and I think I did okay. It seems to be up there satisfactorily, but I drove this car home last night and then drove it back here to go to the lift and then drove it home again, pushing it, and there's some interesting suspension characteristics going on with this thing. I need different springs at least. This is a very, very firm ride because it has BC Racing extreme low coilovers on it. No droop at all. There's also a weird like swaying, and so I wanted to check and see if there are cracks around the rear subframe mounting points, and I don't see any, so that's good on this 230,000 mile car, but I think it still needs kind of a rear end bushing refresh, at which point it makes sense to do the reinforcement of the rear subframe mounting points as well. So that's a project for another day for sure. Nice to get under here, nice to see under here. I'm most confident with the E46 platform when it comes to wrenching and being familiar with everything. So, you know, get it up on the lift and I know what I'm looking at and I know where I can lift it and all that. So, successful day. I also wanted to practice because I'm probably getting another car up on this lift later today. That will be my newest purchase. It will also bear that badge. Friday afternoon, and we've been working hard on a very diverse group of activities today. Some people still think the Fremont shop is open, so we had one car get dropped off, another customer come in for a consultation, getting sidetracked a little bit with that. We had an interesting situation with a car deal that went down, and as you can see from where I'm sitting, the car deal did successfully get consummated. And so I'm sitting inside my new car. It's a 2016 BMW M3. There's not much special about it. It has every option checked as far as the packages that BMW offered when new. This one also has a bunch of mods and goes really fast. And this is the replacement for the E63, unfortunately. That car, it's a lot of money tied up that could be used for other purposes. I'm going to use the money that I am getting back from replacing the E63 with this in building out the compound a little more and investing into the cars I already have, as well as just having a little more savings. Probably good for me. And all that said, this is a pretty cool spec, a pretty cool car. It does need some work. It's got air lights for airbags. It's got air lights for headlights and taillights. And it's got a bumper that is falling off, as you will see here. So couple things it needs. It won't be too hard to get it back to 100%. It's low mileage. It's a super nice car. I'm excited. This brings me back to the T-Hill M4 days. And so getting in this car, it smells the same, it sounds the same, it drives the same, except it's faster. So I'm very excited to now own my new F80 M3. That's all for now. And that's it for Driven Diary episode 104. It was a interesting kind of mindset shifting week, and the results are yet to prove themselves out, but I'm excited that I'm here and that you're along for the journey and that we get to see kind of what it's going to take as we transform Driven Auto Care into the business that it will become. And what do you think about my new car? Also, what do you think about, I think I've shot some interior clips from the Mercy before, but what do you think? What do you think? So with all that said, you made it this far. If you could leave a like, I'd really appreciate it. It'll help us get higher up in the YouTube algorithm. If you're not subscribed, please do so you don't miss next week's Driven Diary. And if you have any questions or feedback, leave a comment below. And that's all for this week. So until next week, I hope you go out and continue to build your own automotive dreams and stay driven.